show with the Fantasy Footballers.
Yeah! I like it. I see what you did there.
Welcome in. We're celebrating dads. Dude,
I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
I'm celebrating. I'm a dad. We have so much in common, guys.
I'm a dad.
Welcome to
We're all dads.
the show after the show. Andy, Mike, and Jason from the Fantasy Footballers podcast. Taking a quick minute to salute our fathers and all fathers on Father's Day, or very close to it here. We'll actually be all heading out of town for a fantasy sports conference on Father's Day.
Yep, I got to do Father's pre-day.
Yeah.
I'm doing a Father's post.
Is our Father's Day
post?
gift flying away from the children? Is that
No.
oh, okay. Just kidding. All right, on today's show, we are doing what? We're talking Father's Day memories.
Yeah, it's a good memory.
Dad memories.
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of stories will come out of this. Mike, you said you just have a great one.
Yeah, I have a decently funny story.
Wow.
Are you going to begin? I'd like to hear it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I will kick it off. So, a family tradition growing up in the Wright household. We're in Phoenix, Arizona. We're very close to the magic, the most magical place on earth, Disneyland. Happiest place on earth.
You're
I'm
talking
sorry.
about Raising Cane's, but go ahead.
No, so we would go to Disneyland in the Christmas time. This is what we did as a family, our big vacation. And there was a moment, I believe I was early teenager. So, you know how you were early teen.
Yeah, I was a jerk.
Well, I'm just saying, things are awkward. Things are changing in your life.
Things are changing in your body.
You don't know who you are as a person. You can tend to. Some of us were easily embarrassed. I know Jason probably has never felt shame in his life.
No, I don't know what that is.
So the family sets up for a breakfast, and I don't remember what we have to check on, but I have to go somewhere in the park with my dad. So we go, we do all that stuff. We're on the way back. My dad is walking in front of me, and my dad decides to rip off a fart. And we're talking, this is an audible. If you're playing Metal Gear Solid, all the soldiers have been alerted from this fart. And I am behind him, and I'm not really paying attention. I look up. There is a crowd of people, because there's a lot of people. It's Disneyland, staring directly at me into my soul. There's one particular woman's face who just is so ashamed of what she thinks that I have done. And I'm like, oh, crap.
Your dad has
I look up. My dad has booked it. He has left me because he knew what happened. And I can hear, as I'm catching him, I hear him cackling because he knows exactly what has happened and who has been left to clean up and just carry this blame.
So you got fart blamed by your father.
I did.
Do you know what that's a great Father's Day story.
My
I
gosh.
got to share
Happy
one.
Father's Day to your father.
I've
Well
gotta-
done.
I've
Did
gotta
you learn from him?
Yeah.
Are you applying
I
this to
can't
your-
wait to do this to my son.
Oh man, that is good.
Hold on. Before you move on, what'd you do to your dad? Did you give were you mad at him for a long time after that?
No.
Okay.
I got over it, but it was just,
Golly.
I'm sure I was beat red.
Oh.
Okay,
Just
so
fully
a
embarrassed.
quick detour from dad stories. Actually, I guess technically it's not because I am a dad. But your story just reminded me of this, and my wife would be so ashamed
You
if I
as a
didn't.
dad.
Yes, me
Okay.
as a dad.
All right.
This was like 2 weeks ago, guys.
Of course it was.
So my wife and I were at Costco. We're just going down the aisle.
Full family?
Nope, just wife and I. So
All right.
this is kidless. We're free, right? We're basically in Disneyland. This is the happiest place on earth because we're at Costco by ourselves and we're walking down the aisle. And Tiff is like, smelling these bath. You put them in not a bath, but in the laundry, little beads.
Okay.
She's like, smell this.
Freshener of some
This
kind.
smells good. And Costco's pretty empty at this point. And so I'm like, what doesn't smell good? I'm telling you, I ripped the biggest fart. It was like, what doesn't smell good? It's like, and then I'm telling you, there must have been a man 2 inches from me. He was sprinting on this aisle that I was unaware of. And she's like, there's someone right there. And I was like, there is. Well,
Did you have to publicly apologize to him?
yeah, I don't remember what I said. I said something really stupid. I mean, it was like, well, that happened. And he goes, "Yep, it did," and he just runs away. And I was, yeah.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that?
Look what I can do.
Yeah. So as far as my father,
Yeah, go for it.
I could tell the story of when I pooped my pants in his car,
But you've already done that.
but I've already done that.
What is happening,
We'll put the
Brooks?
link in the. You gotta put.
Do you have to have a bathroom-related
This
This isn't
story?
what I was expecting with this show after
No.
the show.
Oh,
I'll
everything comes back to poop
tell you,
on this show.
I'm very gassy, man. But what your story reminds me of something I used to do to my father when I was a kid.
Oh gosh.
We'd be at the grocery store, and all the time I would just slap, ow! Just, ow, Dad!
Like
And
he's
he-
beating you?
Oh, yeah, like he's beating me. And
You're a terrible child.
apparently, but it was one of those moments where,
Of course, if he gets mad at you, it looks like he just hit you.
yeah, he wants to be like, no, don't do that. But he also found it super funny. And so it's like, what do you do in that moment of like, he's laughing, but he wants me to stop doing it. And so that's.
I can only imagine being in the other aisle when you hear the slapping.
Oh, yeah.
Say, please, Dad, don't do that. And then the dad's just laughing.
I'll tell one story, which is my dad. I love my father. He's a great father. Always has been. Then there are stories that, as a father, you don't get to live down with the wife. And there's a story when I was probably around in kindergarten, and I can still remember it. I don't, one of those traumatic moments. But I was playing up on the bunk bed, and I remember looking over to my dad, and I remember him just putting his arms out. And the invitation to leap from the bunk bed and be caught in the embrace of my father, and we'd wrestle and play. And I just remember it to this day. It's slow motion in my mind, leaping from the bed and falling straight through his arms to the ground, where I broke my foot.
Oh, man.
I mean, I was like they never closed. The arms never closed. Just straight down.
I was yawning.
And so my mom was not present for this. And of course, then, I'm the firstborn. I know what it's like being a paranoid firstborn kid parent. And here comes her little baby boy crawling from the back out front. And all I could say was,
He didn't even carry you out?
no, I
He
do.
just left you to
I
crawl?
straight up remember crawling the next morning, and telling her he didn't catch me.
Oh.
He didn't catch me, and then having to for the next 10 years.
Wow.
He could not live that down with my mom, and that story would come up all the time. I don't know if to this day he would say he remembers not catching me or what happened, but I still remember that memory. So happy Father's Day to all of the gassy dads out there. And, anything else? You have any tales you want to share, Brooks, back there? Anything quick?
I didn't prepare correctly, it sounds like.
Not a gassy dad, all right.
No.
Not a gassy
Not one
enough
of those
father.
stories. Mine's a more, happy moment.
Oh, yeah.
get out of
Your dad
story.
held one in for you, didn't he? All right, we'll see everybody. Subscribe.
Check out the podcast. See you next time. Goodbye.